was presumably a slow news day yesterday over on VG247 when they decided to post an article entitled 8 Things PC Gamers Are Always Wrong About, in a pathetic attempt to abuse the eternal PC versus console argument for their own monetary gain. As soon as I saw the heading, I knew it wasn't going to be good, but nothing could have prepared me for the pure peasantry held within. I could spend time and effort explaining exactly why their list of 8 is total and utter bullshit, but seeing as anyone with half a brain cell can work it out for themselves, I decided, by way of a counterattack of sorts, to instead make my own list. 8 things console gamers are wrong about. Now before I get into my list, I'd like to make one thing very clear. I was a console gamer for years before I bought my PC, and despite the hideously overpriced and underpowered next-gen consoles, I'm seriously considering becoming one again. I don't hate consoles, nor do I look down on those who use them, but what I do despise is misinformation, fanboyism, and—
Oh, fuck off, you pcmasterrace loser!
Oh, shut up, you filthy peasant. Sorry, where was I? Oh right, 8 things console gamers are wrong about. Number 1, PC gaming is expensive. Right, let's get the most obvious and talked about one out of the way first. While it's perfectly possible to spend an outrageous amount of money on a PC, it's also completely fine to just build a medium or even a low-range system with the potential to upgrade later. For not much more than the price of a Xbox One, you can build a rig capable of running all the latest games, and they'll still look better than their respective console versions. Try ignoring anything with the words Alienware on, and you'll soon see what I mean. The best part is that any extra money you spend on the actual system itself, you'll make back in no time at all due to the astronomical difference in the price of the games themselves. Thanks to a combination of Steam, the Humble Bundle, and CD Keys sites like G2A, you can end up getting new games for less than half the price of the console version. Peripherals and monitors can be expensive, but only if you want them to be. That's the freedom of PC gaming. Number 2, PC has no exclusives. This is almost so ridiculous, I can't believe I'm discussing it. Just because we don't have the exclusivity buzzword rammed down our throats every 5 seconds by Sony and Microsoft, it doesn't mean we don't get unique games and experiences. Dota 2, Counter-Strike, DayZ, and for a long time Minecraft, arguably the most successful game ever, along with countless other titles, are all exclusive to PC. Case closed. Number 3, building a PC is too complicated. Far too many people seem to think that assembling a system requires a master's degree in engineering or some inherent technical wizardry. It doesn't. 3 years ago I didn't even know what a motherboard looked like, but thanks to numerous YouTube videos and help from friends, here I am today with my own gaming rig, bathing in the glorious light of Gaben. If you still find the idea of self-assembly daunting, it's perfectly fine to buy pre-built. Just please promise me you won't get a gaming laptop unless you absolutely have to. Please. Number 4. Console gaming is a more social experience. If by social you mean finding out about your mother's sex life via 11-year-olds, then yeah, congrats. You can have that one. But with the likes of TeamSpeak, Mumble, or even just plain old Skype, this argument doesn't carry a lot of weight. Sure, it might be a little bit harder to set up than an Xbox Live party, but just as with anything, the extra time is rewarded with a better experience. Number 5. FPS and resolution don't matter. No, but seriously, they do. Number 6. Keyboard and mouse is unnatural and weird. Controllers are better. A lot of people are seemingly put off by the idea of using a mouse to aim simply because they're not used to it, completely forgetting that there was once a time when they used a controller for the first time. Most of us can't remember when we lost our gamepad virginity, but anyone who's ever seen their parents try to play Call of Duty can see that we clearly don't have an inherent ability to just pick up and play. As with anything, it takes time to get used to the new control system, but in no time at all, you reach the point where the mouse and keyboard simply feel like extensions of your hands. Oh, and anyone who disputes the fact that mouse aim is better for FPS games can fuck right off. Number 7. PC gamers are all weird, no-life, techie nerds, like South Park said. Quite apart from the fact that there are plenty of console gamers who are just as socially inept as any PC player I've ever come across. The perceived barriers to entry mean that, on the whole, the PC user base is a little bit more mature. Whilst the annoying kids screaming obscenities are still present every so often, they're the exception rather than the rule. I promise we're not all geeky losers living in the basement, which brings me on to my final point. Number 8. PC gaming isn't for me. How do you know? Have you really given it a fair chance? Perhaps you're right, but I implore you to try it out and experience it for yourself. Jokes and sarcasm aside, I would love it if this video convinced even one person to ditch their overpriced console and make the switch. If this latest generation of consoles has shown us anything, it's that Microsoft, Sony and even Nintendo are in desperate need of competition from the PC market, and not just from each other. As far as I'm concerned, VG247 can take their sensationalist article and shove it where the sun don't shine. Whilst it may have been written in an attempt at satire, it wasn't all that funny or well put together, and I've been meaning to do a video on this for quite a while anyway. All that remains for me is to try and resist buying a Peasant Box 1 just for the Halo Master Chief collection, because fuck, I want that shit so bad. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!